So our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, went to El Salvador and met with the president of El Salvador to talk to him about and tour his prisons that he has there. The president has been pretty proud of this. He's built these prisons where he basically just packs gang members into them. And I do mean packs like tinned fish, just literally jammed in there. This looks horrible and completely inhumane. But of course, not shockingly, President Trump thinks this looks awesome. So Marco Rubio went there to tell the president of El Salvador how impressed President Trump is. And the president of El Salvador was like, that's great, man. I'm so glad that he likes it. I tell you what, you deport anybody in your country who's not there legally, who's from El Salvador, you send them here. I'll make sure they get into one of these prisons. You don't need to hold them in a prison there. You send them to me. I'll put them in one of our prisons. And Marco Rubio was like, nice. Then the president was like, I'll tell you what, I'll go one further. You send me anyone that you're deporting, anyone from any other country. They don't have to be from El Salvador. Rather than put them in your prisons, send them to me. I'll put them in my prisons. You'll pay me for it, but I'll put them in my prisons. And Marco Rubio was like, nice. And then the president goes, I tell you what, I'll go even further than that. You can send me U.S. citizens and I'll put them in my prisons. Marco Rubio was like, whoa, dude, chill. It's one thing to take deportees from El Salvador, even from somewhere else, and put them in your prisons. But we're not going to put U.S. citizens into one. Just kidding. He said, nice. And then he struck a monumental, groundbreaking deal to have El Salvador get paid to house prisoners for us, theoretically including American citizens. Marco Rubio wasn't done yet. He got back from his little trip and declared himself head of the U.S. aid as workers locked out of office. King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair. He just came back with, yeah, Elon's in there. He's kicking a bunch of people out. He's just taking stuff to a paper shredder. I declare myself the new head of this. I mean, if this was a storyline in Handmaid's Tale, I feel like there'd be people who are like getting a little too far-fetched here. Having a little hard time suspending my disbelief and buying into all of this. Like any of this could really happen.